Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Aumigurumi books in my collection, and part 2 is going to be the books where I'm going to show you the pictures of the ones that I have made out of them. So this is the big book of little Aumigurumi. So there's that. And what I have made out of this book, what I'm currently working on too actually, is this little cupcake. So they used beads, but I actually embroidered my sprinkles, so you could probably do it any way you want. And I did it in a smaller hook and yarn, and I made a little one. So you can see, you can kind of see the sprinkles. So there's that. I actually plan to make a bunch of these plus a bunch of these. I've made a ton of these. There's a YouTube channel of a lady that I can't think of her name, but if you look up the crochet flower tutorial, you'll see these, and she shows you through the whole tutorial how to make this. Very easy. So what I've been doing is making these and handing them out, or not handing them out, sorry, hiding them in my community. I am on a Canadian crochet page, and there could be one in your community too. You don't have to be obviously in Canada, but it's called Random Act of Kindness, and you basically crochet, or you could even knit little things, put them in a little baggie with a note saying like, I'm not lost, but I'm alone. If I make you happy, you know, take me home. So I take my dog for a walk in the woods on trails and stuff, and then we kind of hang them on little branches, and then people find them, and then you hope that it makes their day. So that's what I've been doing. This is new this year that I've made out of this book, but I have made a ton of these, and I have hung them out for people to find. And sometimes you get good feedback. Sometimes people do post that they have found them, and you know, and it has made their day. So something to think about. So I have made that. And then another thing I made from this book was, let me see. I made this tea set for my sister. So I've made that. And let's see, there was one other thing that I made in here too. I should have bookmarked them all. I think it was an octopus. Let me see. Oh yeah, I made this one. So I've made that. And then, let's see. So then I bought this 1 hour Aumigurumi. And I made a bunch in here. Somebody had asked me if I could make some toys for their new kitten. So I had gone through here and made a bunch of things. Let's see here. I have made, okay, so I made the egg. I made 2 eggs. And I made, let's see, this was around Christmas time because it's for the cat's Christmas present. So I made the gingerbread man, I made the candy corn, I made the champagne bottle, and I think that was it. Yeah, and then the eggs. So that was it out of that. I hope for Christmas this year to make these and just do a whole string of them, maybe put them up here. Okay, so the next one we have is Unicorns and Dragons, the first one. So I have made from this book, I've made 2 things. So I have made the goblin, and I have made the unicorn several times. I don't have the unicorn on me, but I'll just show you a picture of it in the book. But I have made it in different colors. Some people wanted the unicorn to be purple instead of white. So I've done a purple, white, and pink unicorn, all with the rainbow mane in the back. So that looks like that. So I've made that one. And then the goblin right here, I actually have here. So he was the first one that I've made, and the only one that I have made. So there he is there. Put some stuffing in here to give it some depth. So there he is there. So I've made that one. And and we have kind of another magazine book. And I have made out of this one, I have made, and see, like, you can make little tiny things. There's little woodland creatures. And so the one I've made, I actually wanted to make this for Valentine's Day, but I was under the weather, so that didn't happen, you know. I really love this bat, actually. There's a bat here. I really love this bat. Would love to make that. I don't know where you get that yarn. See, sometimes yarn gets discontinued and then you can't find it anymore. Trying to find the one. I can't find the pattern of it. It's well, there's a little picture of it at the front. So I have made this one. A little grumpy bee. I've made that guy out of this one. So there's that book, and there's the back. Okay, so I have, let me see here. I have the dinosaurs, mammoths, and more. I really, really want to make the cave boy. He's cute. There's, I think there's two. Yeah, there's a girl and a boy. So there's her and her little toy dinosaur. And then he's up there. These are all the ones you can make on the back. So the one I have made was this one. I made that one for my little niece. I think it's the Loch Ness. Let me see here. Pretty sure it's the Loch Ness Monster. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay. Well, I'm calling him the Loch Ness, but it's something else. So that's in there. So I've made that one. I have the Aumigurumi animals at work. I really love the vegetables in the wheelbarrow and the seeds. The little seed packet in his pocket. That's really cute. So the one I've made out of here is, actually I've made two out of this book. I have made Mother Hen, or was it Mama Hen, the baker? I've made her. So I've made the full set of her, but I've also done her just as the hen. I have her here. She's been played with a lot, so, but here she is here. Mama Hen. So I've made quite a bit of her just as herself. And then I have also made, Parker the pig, the newspaper boy. So when I made him, I didn't make the tie, but I have a little tiny printer, and you can print pictures off your phone, and they're like this big, and they can be a sticker or just a little picture, and you can put them in an album. And I actually I found this picture and I printed it and I actually sewed it to his hand. So he actually had a newspaper. So there's that. Now we're going to get into the Aumigurumi books. I have 1 through 10 and I have made 1 or more out of every single book. So this book I have made Johnny the monkey. There's all kinds of things in here. They're just adorable. I've wanted to make the naughty little mice. I've wanted to make those. So I actually have a, there's Johnny. I actually have a little cup because it can be overwhelming to decide on a rainy day what to crochet. And when you have so many books like this, how do you decide? So I got a plastic cup and I wrote down 1 through 10 on all the little papers, and I wrote, so I would take this book, for instance, and put Aumigurumi 1. So I knew that if I drew a paper out of the cup, that I knew where to find this book, which book the pattern would be in. And then you would write down the, you know, Johnny the monkey, so then when you drew it out, you knew he was in this book, and you would find the pattern and you would just make it. So that's that. I'll just show you the, here we go, right here. So here's the cup. So it says can't decide, pick one at random. So my family members love this. I go up to them and say, here, pick one. They draw it out, and there you go. So that decides what you're gonna make. So if you ever, you know, can't decide, just put them all in the cup. So there's that one. And then, sorry, my chair is squeaky. We have Aumigurumi 2. I still really want to make him. He's definitely one for sure that I still want to do. So out of this book, I have made, let's see here. Oh, I have made Humphrey the elephant. And I think it was just that one. Yeah. Okay, so I've only made Humphrey the elephant out of number 2. And let me see here. I think I had it all pre-written down, actually. Yeah, Aumigurumi 2. I've only made 1 out of that book. So now we're going into Aumigurumi 3, and I have made 3 things out of this book. I actually made this one. One of my friends has it. And I have made Henry the hippo. I think I've made Henry the hippo at least 4 times. And when I was starting out, you don't realize your hook and your yarn, you know, need to be to size. So and my stitches were big at the time. He was like 20 inches long. Like he was huge. If he sat on my lap right now, he'd be up to here because he was enormous. So I have made him. I made the bathing suit too, but I didn't, oh, and the ring. I've made the ring. So I've made him and the ring and the suit, but I never ended up making that. So, because I just, you know, because where do you put it? I guess if you have a big enough shelf or something, but. So I've made that one. And I have also made, oh, and I made Clementine the cow. So I've made those 3. And next we have Aumigurumi 4. And I have made 6 things out of this book. So I have made, let's see here. Oh, I made Emily the elephant. So I didn't make the hat and I didn't make the scarf. I only made her. And then I bought this little bridal crown because she was a gift for one of my relatives that got married. So I actually kind of converted her into like a little bridal elephant, and I made her purple instead of pink because that was that's my cousin's favorite color. So I made her. I have made a whole bunch of Stanley the giraffes. So I've made him. I have made, I made Kirk the frog. Made that one. And and I have made Orwell. I've made that one. And I actually have him. This yarn is very hard to work with. So when I started making him, I just was like, yeah, no, I'll keep one of them because he's gonna be, he's a challenge. Although I did hear a trick that if you use that yarn, you can use another yarn with it to help see. So I might try that trick out sometime. But I have him here. Just grab him. Now, he was my first one, so I can definitely feel a lot of holes. His little fingers. And his feet. I don't know, I kind of had trouble with his belly. It didn't match, like he's so skinny, it didn't seem like the pattern very well, but there he is. So there's him. And then, let's see. And then I think that's, and then I made Hector. So I've made Hector. And, and I made Zeno, the bee. There we go. I actually didn't have that hard of a time putting the little plastic in his glasses, because, or his goggles. There's little plastic in the circles. So, yeah. So that is Aumigurumi 4. I actually really like this one. The worm. Gotta try that one sometime. Okay, so we have Aumigurumi 5, and I have made 3 things out of this one. So I've made the alpaca. There we go. I've made that one. And I have made, let me see here. I made Chloe the cow. But when I made Chloe the cow, I actually took some yarn and made bangs, and I made her into a Highland cow. So I actually kind of converted her a little bit and made her more like the Highland cow. So I've made her. And then I actually really want to make this mouse. He's cute. I really like his little vest. And then I've also made, let's see, maybe that was it. I made the flamingo. I've made that one. Oops. And so that's it from that book. Now we have Aumigurumi 6, and I have made 2 things out of this book. So I have made the Carlos the hummingbird. I've made that one. I have made, let me see. I've made Sean the shark. And I actually have Sean the shark with me. So, there he is there. And I think, and I think that was it from, the 2 there. So here's Aumigurumi 7. And I've made 2 from this book. 2. Okay. I have made the zebra many, many times. I've probably made like 5 or 6 of those guys. And I have made Hamish. I've made Hamish the hamster. I did one in gray and I made him a little carrot. And then I did this one here, and I actually have him right here. So there he is. I guess this one has a pink nose. I ended up doing it with a black nose. So I used to have hamsters, so I really, really had to have one of the hamsters. So there's that one. Let me see. That was... I really want to make Bob the bear and his buddy. I think that one would be really cute to make. So yeah, so there's the 2 out of that one. And then we have Aumigurumi 8, and I have made 4 out of this one. So in Aumigurumi 8, I have made the fox. And I have made, I made Weston the goat. Can you see him? There we go. I've made the goat. And I have made, let's see here. I made Woody the beaver. This beaver here, my dad has cousins in Australia, and we sent them this little beaver. So this beaver that I made is in Australia. So fun fact. Here we have Pablo the parrot. I've made Pablo. His wings don't, yeah, I had to do them so many times. But my cat loved it because every time I messed up on the wing, tossed it on the floor, made a fun little toy for her. So she loved it and I was frustrated. I have Pablo the parrot here. So there's Pablo. There's the back, tail, little feet. So there he is there. There. And then I think that's it from, yeah. So that's it from Aumigurumi 8. Aumigurumi 9, I have made 1 thing. Better start making more out of this one. Let's see here. Where are you? I really want to make this one. Purple's my favorite color for one thing, and it's a fish, and it's reminds me of Finding Nemo. Let me see. Where are you? I have made... Oh, here it is. Perry the Otter. Although I didn't like how my shell turned out. I messed up something on the end of my shell, but I've made the otter, and I have the otter right here. So yeah, I have to tie those in somewhere because somewhere down here I messed up. So, but you can still make out what it is. So now we have Aumigurumi 10. The last one, I didn't buy the favorites because you're just basically going to be buying them all over again. Just which ones are the favorites out of them all. So we have Aumigurumi 10. So I've made 4 out of this one. Let me see here. This is I've made. Okay, so I made the koala bear. I made the kangaroo, and she's actually a 1 star, so she was actually pretty easy to make. And I really want to make Gary. I really, really want to make Gary. He's 2 stars, so he's only a step up from the kangaroo, so it shouldn't be too bad to make. I've made, let me see. I made Max the mouse. Let's see. Should be one more. Oh, and I made Cedric the crab. And I actually took him to the beach and got really nice pictures of him. So if you ever get the chance to take your Aumigurumi out, you can get beautiful pictures of them with nice backgrounds. So definitely enjoyed taking him to the beach. I'm sure people thought it was kind of interesting that I would put him out into the sand and step back and, you know, get the water in the background and everything. So, but that was pretty fun. So that concludes all of my Aumigurumi books. I hope to get the Zumigurumi Endangered one that's out on pre-order that will be out in July. It's on pre-order on Amazon. So I hope to get that one next. So hope you enjoyed my collection. Bye.